good day, good morning, good night, good evening, whatever time of day, time zone you are in. It is Bernard Moore the third with More on the Road, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more. That is what we do. Now, as you can see again, that we are on the road. Man, it is a blessing to be able to travel around the state of Mississippi to see the scenery, to see what God has blessed us with. Because this is the day that the Lord has made. As power rejoice and be glad that it's made. Man, it's wonderful. It's beginning to look a lot like football season. Fall weather, the temperature is dropping around, but it's still a little hot. See, right now it's a little cool right now in the evening. It is the evening. This is a pre-recorded show today. This is a pre-recorded show because we're traveling and we got a lot of events that's going to take place on tomorrow. Yes, today is Friday, but the show normally would air on Saturday. So yeah, this is going to be a pre-recorded show. So I don't have any scores from any football games this evening, but I know that there's something going on. There's a lot of events that's going on taking place on Saturday and getting kicked off for Sunday and Monday NFL football. I want to start off the show talking about our word, the word for the day. The word for today, sacrifice. Sacrifice. The super sacrifice. I'm just going to leave it at that, sacrifice. It can definitely mean a lot dealing with the word sacrifice. Some of us may see the word sacrifice and may not understand exactly what it is, but the word sacrifice, it means to give up something of self. It is a noun. I can relate that word to a whole lot. Sacrificing family. What have a sibling, what have a parent given up for the benefits of their other siblings or their children? Parents, let's start from the top. Parents sacrifice a lot for their children. Parents sacrifice a lot for their children. Parents at times put things to the side so that the children can have better, so that their children can have more. Parents sometimes work themselves tirelessly nights, day in and day out, to provide for their children. Parents sacrifice their bodies to protect their children, sacrifice their bodies to love their children. Because I know of some parents that they sacrifice a lot. They're up early in the morning, then go to sleep late at night, and there for their children to help support them in their academics, help them support them in extracurricular activity, help to support them in just conversing with them, spending time providing them with guidance and leadership. So their parents have sacrificed a lot. Sometimes the children are unappreciated. They're unappreciated, that they really just don't care. They really just don't understand what their parents are doing for them to have these materialistic possessions, for them to go to these particular schools, for them to be a part of this type of organization, for them to participate in this group or this extracurricular activity. Sometimes the children just don't understand. And at times, some parents will not tell their children what they go through so that they can have better. So those parents that are sacrificing their health, that are sacrificing their bodies, that sacrifice their mental state for the love of their children, I applaud you all. I do. However, take a day or two to get yourself together mentally, physically, emotionally, because if you wear yourself down, you're not going to be able to be there for them. So definitely take time out for yourself so that you can provide a good service, so that you can be a great parent to be there for your children. Now, being a great parent is not providing them everything that they ask for. Being a great parent is being there for them when they're in time of need, providing for their basic needs, and providing them extra outside of their basic necessities. That's a great parent. And how you communicate with your children. Sometimes it's not good to speak in a harsh voice to them. And I can say that I've spoken to some children or some individuals sometimes in a harsh voice. And some people looking like you? No. Yes, I have. I feel that I spoke to them in a harsh way. And so at times I have to catch myself. Whoa, slow down. Now, children. I know children sacrifice things as well, especially for their younger sibling or for their older sibling. Some children have siblings that cannot care for themselves, or some have siblings that are not at that point or their stage of maturity, and they just still continue, they still need help. And you have some siblings that at times they have to step up and become parents at an early age. And so again, they're sacrificing some things that they enjoy doing, or they're sacrificing things of their life so that they can be there for their siblings. Siblings. And again, I applaud you for that. Now, we understand sacrifice, the meaning of it, in which I'm using it, is a noun. It's showing action. It's showing things. It's showing that you're doing something. It's a noun. I mean, not doing something. Man, I fell asleep in English class. Let me wake back up. It is a verb. That's what I'm trying to say. Noun is a person, place, a thing. It's a verb. Again, it's showing action. The things that you're physically doing. Excuse me, my English teachers. I apologize for providing the incorrect meaning of the word sacrifice. The usage. It was a verb. I was using it as a verb. Excuse me, my mistake. Again, this is more on the road with Bernard Moore the third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more. Yes, and again, this is a pre-recorded show. We're out traveling on the highways because I have a very exciting day on Saturday. So the show still must go on. I know I have missed a couple of Saturdays with no show. Again, just it's life. It's not bad, but it's life. It's that we're being a part of different organizations. We'll be involved in the community. We're doing a lot of things right now. And so that is life. I chose this line of work. And so I got to live with it, got to deal with it. But it's still having the opportunity of making time for family. A part of the things that I do to take family with me. So it's life. Enjoy. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now. Again, we're traveling through the state of Mississippi. Mississippi. Is it Mississippi or Mississippi? Some people say Mississippi, and some say Mississippi. You missed a sippy. But it's Mississippi. It's Mississippi. There's no A in there. But some may say Mississippi. You miss the I making an sound. Man, well, what are we talking about in English? But again, sacrifice. Now let's relate that to sports. Teammates sacrifice for teammates. Sometimes they give up their bodies to win. Again, they make a sacrifice. You out working hard, pushing yourself to better yourself so that you can win or so that you can have a good team that's sacrificing. You pushing each other. You're working hard to encourage that young lady, that young man next to you, that we gotta continue to fight hard because we're trying to be victorious. The sacrifice. Waking up early in the morning, having morning workouts, Then get into the restroom and get into the bathroom or the shower to clean yourself, to go to class, sacrifice to maintain a certain grade average. Why you're participating in this particular sport, sacrificing. While the coaches are yelling at you, and if you make a mistake, they're gonna continue to just run you, sacrificing. Teammates sacrifice for each other because they want to be there for each other. It's almost like a family. There's a bond, a brotherhood, or a sisterhood. It's a bond. Just sacrifice for each other. Again, waking up early in the morning with crust in your eye, saliva running down your face. So that you can produce champions. And I know sometimes that we're looking at success is just generally based off the number of games that we won, the many points that we've scored. Statistically, that's how we success. Instead of basing the success off of that we survived through the storm of preparing ourselves for the season, that's success. Or we're able to graduate 100% of our teammates, that's a success. That we're being productive citizens in the community will help making a difference on the campus or the building in which we're a part of. That's a success. Instead of you're wreaking havoc in the community, you're the biggest loudmouth on campus, and your grades are horrible, but you're just doing enough just to get by, but you win in every game. That's half of success. And I know we talked a few weeks ago in reference to perfection. Statistically, the quarterback can go for 10 for 10, throw 200 yards, two touchdowns, no interceptions. But they lost the game. Was that a perfect game? Statistically, yes. The overall picture, no, because you lost. So now let's revert back to sacrifice. Who's at fault? Quarterback went perfectly 10 for 10, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. Well, he went 10 for 10. No, he didn't throw an interception. But he fumbled a few snaps. Quarterback running back exchange went bad. Caught a quarterback draw, he ran, and he fumbled the ball. Did he have a perfect game? Again, like I said, statistically, yes, he did. By his passing ratings, but his running game, nope, did not. Did the defense sacrifice themselves to win the game? They lost by 1 point. It's a heartbreaker. I'd rather for you blow me out than lose a close game. That's just me personally. I'd rather get blowed out than lose a close game. Those type of games don't sit with me too well though. Losing by 1 point or losing a very close game, that doesn't sit with me too well. I don't care for that. Again, that's my opinion. You listen to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More Sports Management. Now, let's talk about what's gonna take place on tomorrow. Now, I know a lot of you guys know me for putting together a lot of events dealing with sports, basketball. I just love. I played basketball, but that wasn't my sport. But I know basketball is a common sport that everybody would love to play. Everybody try to dribble, can't dribble the best of their ability. They don't have the skills of a good dribbler, but they can do to get the ball down court, and they take a shot. And sometimes it goes in, and sometimes it doesn't. And you look at the shot like, man, what kind of shot is that? But it goes in. So hey, he made it. He or she accomplished the goal. But put together a benefit event called Holy Patrol Hoops. The meaning behind this game is for our church leaders participate in a basketball game versus law enforcement. Called Holy Patrol Hoops. They will take place October the 1st at 1:30 p.m. at Hillcrest Christian School, 4060 Southside Railroad in Jackson, Mississippi. So we have a lot of law enforcement, as well as social service workers such as firemen, AMR workers, things along that line, as well as our church leaders, not just pastors, but ministers, evangelists. If you have a leadership role in the church, you're a church leader. You're definitely more than welcome to come out. It is a free event, no admission. It's a free event. I just ask that you make a donation. You want to make a check donation, you can make it out to More Sports Management, or you can Cash App it. What is the Cash App? Cash App, $MMS Management, or you can PayPal at MMS Management. The donations, I will donate them to a few organizations that I do some work with. More Sports Management that we do some work with, we will make a donation to them. And so again, if you want to make a donation via check, you can make the check out to More Sports Management, and we will get your receipt showing that you did make a donation so that you can write it off in taxes, all that good stuff. But it's a free event, no cost, 1:30. Come on out, bring the family, just enjoy some time, fellowship. It's all about unity. I'm trying to bring us together because there's a lot going on in Jackson. Just Wednesday, we had a 94th homicide, and it's just September. So it's like we averaging 10 deaths, 10.1 homicide, 10.0 something homicides a month. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But the part that really puzzles me, that you go out and you harm somebody, you either kill, steal, or you kill or steal something from them, take somebody's life. Then once you get to jail, get to the detention center, then you want to say that you're afraid of your life. Why? That's something, again, I'm still puzzled about that. I'm just lost. It's like, come on. You can't go out. I know you're still human beings. Still treat you like human beings. You still get the same amount of respect from you as an individual. But I just can't. I just can't. You broke the rules, and there are rules in those facilities as well. There are rules for a reason. And if you do this is the consequence that you're gonna have to. You break the rules. This is what's gonna happen. So it's no ifs and buts about it. So you just have to deal with it. But I just understand, you do something wrong, then you're arrested, and now you feel afraid because you are locked up, and you have to deal with a lot of other individuals that did something wrong. That's a possibility that you did something to somebody that they know. So yeah, common sense to tell you, yes, they're gonna get you. But again, it is the officers do diligently to protect those individuals that are incarcerated as well. But again, the reason of the basketball game is that I'm attempting to bring unity. We need to work together. We need to figure out what can we do to solve all this, to cease this nonsense. Because that's all it is. It's just truly nonsense of gun violence. People just randomly just shooting guns and laughing about it. And people just randomly going and breaking into people's vehicles and taking their possessions that they went out and earned and worked for. and it's funny, and they're laughing about it. Come on, people. It's much more. It's much more to life than to doing. I'm just gonna call it stupid. The stupid stuff. Stupid acts. Like just with the Central Mississippi Boys and Girls Club, they're putting together a baseball clinic for individuals that want to learn about the game of baseball. But some inner city youth, they do not care about baseball. They're saying, well, it's not. That's a sport I don't want to play because it's not exciting. Baseball is an exciting sport. You get to hit the ball as far as you can. You get to run, fly, play in the dirt. If you're a pitcher, you're striking jokers out, throwing the ball, which sometimes can possibly hurt your shoulders. But hey, it's fun. Catching, fielding balls, running, jumping off the fence, snagging the ball out there, or you running and slide and catch a fly ball. It's exciting. I wish I would have kept on playing it, but again, I didn't have the type of resources now that I had when I was coming up. I played baseball 3 years. I enjoyed it, but it just wasn't my thing because I was pushed to or provided more opportunity for basketball and football. But football was my sport. It was football, basketball, and baseball, and then everything else. However, again, Central Mississippi Boys and Girls Club, they're putting together a baseball clinic. I know that by the time you guys see this show, that the clinic is gonna be over with. But again, I applaud Central Mississippi Boys and Girls Club and the Hank Aaron Sports Academy for what they're doing. But definitely stay tuned. So I know the clinic is October the 1st from 9 a.m. to 11. No, excuse me. I want to say 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 12, one of those. But once you see the show, the clinic is going to go on at the show as at 11. So just take a look at the website. I think it's Hank Aaron Academy, Hank Aaron Sports Academy.org or Hank Aaron Academy, Hank Aaron Sports.org, or just type in Hank Aaron Academy, Jackson, Mississippi, Smithfield State. You'll find out any information about them. I'll applaud Tim Bennett, what he is doing, or he is orchestrating the Hank Aaron Sports Academy or Hank Aaron Academy on Smithfield. I applaud him. I definitely will have to get him on the show one of these days. But they are introducing baseball to inner city youth, so I definitely would advise you to log onto their website, to sign up for the newsletters or alerts to stay abreast of what is going on with Hank Aaron Sports Academy, Hank Aaron Baseball Academy. I forgot the name of it. However, they're doing a lot, especially with inner city youth. So definitely pay attention to it, as well as the Boys and Girls Club, Central Mississippi Boys and Girls Club. Now, back to my event, the Holy Patrol Hoops is a game to bring unity, because we want to bring the law and we want to bring religions together. And from my opinion, when something happened, that's one of the first two people that they're gonna call. They're gonna call the pastor of the church, and they're gonna call the popo. So why not just bring them both together and say, hey, what can we do together to put a stop to what's going on? I'm irritated, frustrated. It's just still at a point of why do such things? This is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management, nothing but more. Without literally traveling on the road, seeing the beautiful sights of this great state, Mississippi, seeing what the state has to offer up and down these highways. I would turn the camera around, however, that may mess something up. So I'm gonna leave it alone. Then plus I'm driving, hands-free. The camera is stationed, so it's hands-free. and I am keeping my eyes on the road. Safety first. But we're talking about sacrifice. Teammates sacrifice for other teammates, and sometimes they really don't care. Coaches sacrifice a lot. Coaches sacrifice a lot, and the players don't see that. Some of the fans, they don't see that. They don't see definitely behind the scene work that the coaches do, have to deal with sometimes certain players. They don't see that. They don't see what the coaches have to do when they're not on the playing field, which is the entertainment part. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They don't see the coaches making sacrifice sometimes that they have to stay up late or get a phone call from a parent or one of their players saying that they're going through something. And so they have to wake up and counsel or console those individuals. And the sacrifices at times that they make, that they have to go in their own pockets and sometimes take money out of their own pockets to pay for something for one of their players or to pay for something for their team, providing them food. Because there are some individuals in any city, they don't have that extra to buy something to eat when they're traveling to certain places. And they know that they didn't eat a lot at school because the school lunch, they didn't provide them enough. And so they're traveling. And so they didn't have to, the players have to eat because you want your players to be nourished. So again, you have to make those sacrifices so that your team can eat. Sacrifices of coaches, those things that we don't see as fans. And then you want to talk about fire the coach because they're not winning. Just don't know what they're dealing with sometimes with the resources that they have. The school is doing the best that they can. The district is doing the best that they can to provide them with proper equipment. We're providing them with proper resources, enough resources to at least make it through the season. And times don't think about or we don't include that if something devastating happened, like one of your players get to fighting and they get arrested and they're taken to the detention center, or players get to fighting, they have to go to the hospital, or when your players get to fighting, they don't make it to the hospital, they don't make it home. So it's a lot that goes into all of this, the sacrifices that we make as individuals, the sacrifice that we make for sometimes people that really don't care about us, the sacrifices that we make for individuals that just don't want to listen. We're trying to provide them with instructions or provide them with guidance. They still just don't want to listen. And you saying to yourself, man, I'm doing all this, and this joker don't even want to listen. This joker want to sit here and talk back to me. This joker want to roll their neck at me like, what the world? Sacrifices that we make. And individuals that are involved in the community. Again, the sacrifices that you guys made, it's just unlimited. It's just unbelievable. Depending on what type of program that you're working for or program that you started yourself, you may not have the resources to do what you want to do. Now let's talk about resources. Take a sip, wait quick. Talk about resources. It's on the news now that a group of individuals that has a lot of power, that has connections, they stuck their hand in resources to help individuals that are in need. in which the resources were created to help those individuals that are in need. Now, some of them they're financially able to do what they did without the resources that they taken from. That's what I don't understand. You have the financial, you're financially able to do what you did without taking money from the resources that were created to help individuals that are in need. My opinion. There's always a way to beat the system. Individuals definitely will try to beat the system instead of doing what is right. Welfare, TANF, not SSI, food stamps. I think they were created this again. I'm a little ignorant. I'm just gonna go off basic, somewhat knowledge that I know about how things were started. This was before the Great Depression back in the 50s. That's when welfare started, and it was supposed to be temporarily to help those individuals that are in dire need, because layoffs, people still need to eat, people still need the money to help pay their mortgage or bills, yada yada yada, things along the line. And so there was a governmental program that was created to help those individuals that were in need, because he knew that it was a national issue back in the 50s. So this is what this resource come from. From my understanding, it was supposed to only last for a few years. So it was temporary. However, they still have it going on today. They just changed the name of it every so often. So with this program being created, and one of the presidents said, well, I don't think it was the president, somebody. Now I know the governor of Mississippi said that he wanted to cut it. And you should have heard the comments about people saying that, well, you don't know what you're doing. Don't cut that, because there are families that are in need. There are people that need that. They don't need to cut that. Correct. They do not need to cut. It needs to be for those individuals that are trying to help themselves, or those individuals, senior citizens, and those individuals that are not able to work. They are disabled. They have a serious stage disability. That's who it should be for, in my opinion. It's not my decision, my opinion. However, we know, so don't say like you don't know, that we know that there's some individual, not being sexist or anything, some females, they know that they get X amount per child for so many years. So if I'm getting $200-300 a child, man, I'm finna have me some babies. And some of those children are not cared for like they should be. And the mother is selling that information, that resource, for other materialistic possessions. Doesn't make sense. So that's why I think that the government, they should have more control over it and how they disperse it. I would say disperse it to those who are 100% has a disability. Senior citizens, because they're unable to work. Only thing sometimes that they're possibly receiving is SSI or Social Security. And that is not enough for them to live, because cost of living is increasing and increasing. Products are increasing. and they are on a set budget. They know how much money they got coming in regardless. Well, they roll out of bed or not, they know what they got coming in. Some decide to move in with their children or a family member to save or stack it up and to do what is needed. And some are out there on their own, and they're doing the best that they can. So that's who I think the government assistance needs to be for. Not for those, again, not for those individuals that are capable, but they just choose not to do things, or choose not to follow instructions. They just rather they know the rules. Do not sell disinformation. Guess what? They sell it. Not saying that you don't go up and make a transaction. They're going to send you a grocery list. Hey, you finna go to the store? Hey, or the person with the card, I call somebody, hey, I'm about to go to the grocery store. Something you need me to get. You just pay me XYZ once I get through. It's ways around, it is ways around the system that some people are taking advantage of. But this is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Definitely would like to see you guys out at the Holy Hoop Patrol basketball game that's going to take place at Hillcrest Christian School, 4060 South Side Road in Jackson, Mississippi, 39212. Jackson, Mississippi. So I'm putting that up, and it's Mississippi. Definitely would love to see you guys at Hillcrest. Again, it's a free event. The only thing I'm just asking for are donations. Donations that can help some organizations that I've done work with, that I want to continue to do work with. They're providing resources and doing research. So they're doing their part in the community. And this is my way of helping them do their part in the community as well. So you will have some vendors there. You will have display information. So definitely collect some data or information from the tables because we want this to be a yearly event. I want this to be successful. I want this to bring unity. I want this to where people can come and they can ask questions. If they have questions about something, they can pull somebody to the side, one of the pastors or preachers or church leaders or a law enforcement, pull them to the side and talk with them and let them know something. Now, I know some people would tell you that they don't like snitching on people. I'm just going to be quiet and drink. Now, this is a new product called Rain that an instructor told me about. And so I want to try it out. This is my third day trying it out. It tastes like a fruit punch, but it said it's supposed to help you out with electrolytes, energy, muscle. It has amino acid. I forget all that stuff. Can't read what's on the can because I'm driving right now. But I'm babysitting it right now because I'm driving and talking to you guys. Thank you for tuning in to More on the Road. If you'd like for me to definitely come out and speak, I like to do speaking engagement, talking to youth, talking to anyone about I can sing a song, I can mimic, I can lip sing a song. I do karaoke, all that type of stuff. I'm just joking. I definitely like getting out and talking to the individual, providing with encouraging word. Just like earlier Wednesday, I had an opportunity to go speak to the Hines Community College football team. I hope they were victorious this past week. I think they were hosting Jones. I hope Coach Williams and the staff were victorious because they were stating that they really wanted the game. So I really hope that they were victorious. I'm not sure what the outcome was. I have to take a look at that, but I can't do it right now because I'm driving. And we'll have opportunity to go speak to some other students next week. I have to schedule one that I need to go back and speak soon. So I got to check the calendar and see if I can go ahead and get this one scheduled at another school. But yeah, I just enjoy talking with individuals, talking with you, because that's what God blessed me with. God blessed me with the mouth to share His word and to do His will. I was shy. I really didn't like talking. I sat in the back classroom, said very little. I answered the questions. I did my work sometimes. But God bless me. Now I enjoy getting up speaking. I enjoy getting up talking, especially about the word of God. Get up and go preach a little sermon, go sing a few songs, not in fellowship. But like I stated, we have a lot going on Saturday. Slugfest at Smithswood Stadiums with the Hank Aaron Sports Academy and the Central Mississippi Boys and Girls Club in partnership with Champs Extreme. I forgot what the acronym is. The acronym CHAMPS Extreme. This acronym, I cannot think of the name of the acronym. They're based out of Chicago, but there's a branch of the organization here in Jackson that they work with the Boys and Girls Club and a few schools in Hinds County, or JPS, as well as with the Jackson Police Department and the Hinds County Sheriff's Office. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I will be out there speaking to the youth as well in reference to gun violence and doing the right thing. Just providing encouraging words. And so if you're available, come on out, learn more information about it. Log on to Hank Aaron Sports Academy. Google search it. I forgot the email address. Google search it. Hank Aaron Sports Academy in Jackson, Mississippi, and look up the Central Mississippi Boys and Girls Club. I know the branch on Capitol Street, Sykes. What is the street? Is it Sykes? I know it's the Sykes branch, but I forgot the name of it. I think it's Sykes Road and Raymond Road. So there are 3 branches of Central Mississippi Boys and Girls Club in the Jackson metro area. Definitely stop by one of those clubs to learn more information about the baseball clinic and future baseball clinics. I know working with one of the staff members, Jamie Horton, and we're in the process of putting some things together. I know that they started a basketball league in partnership with Jackson Police Department, the PALS program, and they've started a flag football league in conjunction partnership with the Hillcrest Christian School. And so now they're doing a baseball clinic in partnership with Hank Aaron Sports Academy. So kudos to those individuals with the Boys and Girls Club of Central Mississippi. I think Jamie Horton. That's who I know my contact is. I know that he's doing a lot. I know from his education, boy, they gave us a lot, and we are draining the education out at one of the greatest universities in the state of Mississippi. And on this side of the Mississippi River, Jackson State, the University of the South. So, in partnership with all them, with the Central Mississippi Boys and Girls Club, they're doing a lot. If you're looking for organizations to definitely be a part of, definitely take a look at me and see how you can play a part. Now, back to my event again. Holy Patrol Hoops. Holy dealing with the church, Patrol dealing with law enforcement, and Hoops dealing with the basketball court. So definitely come on out and enjoy some hoops with us. Just want to bring unity. I'm just looking to have fun fellowship with my brothers and sisters in Christ and my brothers and sisters in law enforcement. We just want to come out and have a good fellowship and have fun and enjoy. I want to thank Hillcrest for allowing me to utilize their university, allowing me to use their university. Excuse me, allowing me to use their campus, their gym, to host the event. Getting some free event. Tip-off is at 1:30 p.m. at 4060 South Sauer Road. Definitely come on down. We're just seeking donations. There's no fee. You donate what you can. You want to donate a penny? A penny can go a long way. You want to donate $1? That $1 will be used wisely. So definitely come on out and be a part of it. Come on out and have some fun. Fellowship. You may see some hooping going on. I know I plan to participate And my thing is that I just want to provide a source of entertainment. Just want to come on out, have fun, and fellowship, talk some smack, and get smack talked to as well. So again, it's just all out of fun. I'm gonna put on a comedy show on this basketball court. So it's gonna be full of fun. So definitely come on out to Hillcrest Christian School, 4060 South Sowell Road in Jackson, Mississippi, 39212. So definitely come on out and let's have some fun with the Holy Patrol hoops. This is the first year for it, and if it's up to me, it's not going to be the last year. You know how people know how I roll, know how I operate. I like to do things. I don't like to do it once. I like to do it multiple times because I just enjoy the fun, putting it together, seeing it happen, and then looking at the outcome, and then repeating it right back again. What was it? Rinse, cycle, repeat. Rinse, cycle, repeat. Cycle, rinse, repeat. However you want to say it. That's just how I roll. So definitely come on out. There's no admission fee. There will be concession, or there's a fee for concession, but so there's no admission fee. So definitely bring some money out for concession, as well as come on out, make a donation. Again, you want to make a donation, you can make it to MMS Management. That's on PayPal as well as Cash App, or you can make the checks out to More and More Sports Management, and you will receive a receipt of your donation for it. I'm not a 501c3 nonprofit. I am a for-profit business, but I definitely will make the donation. Definitely will provide you with the receipt of donation, because the money that is donated, I will donate it to other organizations that I've done work with, that they're doing some things in the community, and I'm here to support them in by any way that I can. Again, that is what it keeps me going. Family, and then just having the ability to help, making contacts and connections with individuals that I know to be a part of the community to help make a difference. This is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Again, we are literally on the road traveling. So that's what I like about today's technology. But hey, sometimes technology will have a little hiccup because earlier it was freezing. But hey, we made it through it. We made it through it. Again, I really appreciate you guys' time for joining me this evening. Again, this is a pre-recorded show. The show will air on Saturday. That's normally the show will air on Saturday. I got a lot in line in store coming up. I know next Saturday we're gonna be live Saturday. We're gonna be live. I'm gonna be live from a dojo. Be live from a gym. We're gonna teach some things, some self-defense. So you will see me live. I'll possibly teach you some self-defense and be in the lab myself, self-defense being done on me. So it's all out love and fun. Again, I love helping out. That's what God placed us here to do, to help out our brothers and sisters in Christ. We're here for each other. That's what God put us here for. So much love to you guys. It's time for me to get back on this road. I'm seeing cows and horses in Greenland. Oh my. So thanks for tuning in to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. We're about to go to get up out of here. About to go enjoy this road that I'm traveling. I see you guys when I see you guys. 1 + 1 equals deuces.